The first rays of sunlight streamed through the floor-to-ceiling windows of Anna Clark's modest apartment in Chicago's Loop. At 38, the single mother stood poised, her dark hair pulled into a neat bun, cradling a steaming mug of coffee. From her 15th-floor vantage point, the city skyline sparkled, a testament to ambition, grit, and dreams on the verge of reality. Today was no ordinary day. After a decade of relentless hard work, Anna had secured a position as a lead financial analyst at Sterling Partners, one of Chicago's most prestigious investment firms. The offer was hers, earned through late-night study sessions, years at smaller companies, and a fierce determination to provide for her daughter, Emma. "Mom, today's the big day, right?" The final step came a sleepy voice from behind. Emma, her 12-year-old daughter, shuffled into the kitchen, still in her starry pajamas. Her hazel eyes, so much like Anna's, gleamed with pride as she leaned against her mother's shoulder. Anna smiled, brushing a lock of hair from Emma's face. "Almost, sweetheart. It's just paperwork and a tour of the office. The job's already mine." Her voice carried a quiet confidence, but beneath it lay a current of nerves. Today wasn't just about signing a contract. It was about proving to herself and to the world that she'd overcome every obstacle life had thrown her way. For 10 years, Anna had juggled single motherhood with her career. She'd attended night school to earn her finance degree, worked grueling hours at entry-level jobs, and clawed her way up through sheer will. Every late night spent poring over spreadsheets or studying while Emma slept was a step toward this moment. Sterling Partners wasn't just a job, it was validation of her sacrifices, a beacon of stability for her and Emma. As Anna flipped pancakes, her thoughts drifted to her mother, Lillian Clark. A formidable woman, Lillian had spent 35 years as an executive assistant at a major Chicago corporation, amassing a web of business connections that lingered even in retirement. But her relationship with Anna had always been strained. Lillian's affection had shifted decisively to Anna's younger sister, Sophia, after her birth. Now 30, Sophia lived comfortably in their mother's suburban home, jobless and aimless, yet Lillian doted on her, calling her my treasure. Anna, by contrast, had always felt like an afterthought. "Mom, we're visiting Grandma tonight, aren't we?" Emma asked, spreading peanut butter on her toast. Her voice was bright, but Anna's stomach tightened. "Yes, we'll stop by," Anna replied, forcing a smile. "I need to share the news about my job." In truth, Anna dreaded the visit. Lillian would likely offer a polite congratulations, but her sincerity was questionable. In the past, she'd made cutting remarks. "A single mother can't handle a high-flying career." Or, "You're spread too thin, Anna." Worse still was Sophia, who openly mocked Anna's ambitions, sneering about single moms who think they can have it all, or making snide comments about Emma's future. Even in front of Emma, Sophia had no filter, once saying, "Kids from broken homes always struggle, don't they?" Anna had shielded Emma from the worst of it, but the barb stung. Hurry up, or we'll be late for school," Anna said, glancing at the clock. After dropping Emma off, she headed to Sterling Partners' sleek headquarters in the heart of the financial district. The towering glass building gleamed under the morning sun, a symbol of everything she'd fought for. Standing before it, Anna took a deep breath, her heart swelling with pride. "I earned this," she reminded herself. Every single step. The meeting was a formality, a quick review of her contract and a tour of the office. The HR manager, Andrew Wilson, greeted her warmly. "We're thrilled to have you, Anna. Your credentials are exceptional." As she walked through the bustling open-plan office, Anna imagined her future, leading projects, mentoring junior analysts, building a legacy for Emma. By the time she left, her excitement was palpable. That evening, Anna picked up Emma from school, and they drove to Lillian's house in Oak Park. In the car, Anna glanced at her daughter, who was sketching in her notebook. Whatever Grandma or Aunt Sophia say tonight, don't let it get to you. We're a team, okay?" Emma nodded, her expression serious. "I know, Mom. I'm so proud of you." The words warmed Anna's heart, but as they pulled into Lillian's driveway, her pulse quickened. She rang the doorbell, steeling herself for what lay ahead. Lillian opened the door, her silver hair impeccable, her smile polite but distant. "Emma, come in. What's the occasion?" "I wanted to share some news," Anna began, her voice steady. "I've accepted a position at Sterling Partners, lead financial analyst." Lillian's eyebrows rose, but her smile didn't reach her eyes. "Well, that's ambitious. Congratulations." Sophia sauntered into the room, a smirk playing on her lips. "Wow, big sis, you really think you're ready for the corporate world?" That's a lot for someone like you. Anna's jaw tightened, but she kept her composure. I've worked hard for this, Sophia. I'm ready. Emma, clutching her sketchbook, looked between the adults, sensing the tension. Lillian offered tea, her demeanor cool. It's a big step, Anna. I hope you've thought about how you'll manage with Emma. The words were a subtle jab, and Anna felt the familiar sting of her mother's doubt. As they sat in the pristine living room, Sophia leaned forward, her tone dripping with condescension. I mean, a single mom in a high-pressure job? Good luck, Anna. You'll need it. Anna forced a smile, but inside, unease churned. There was something in Sophia's smirk and Lillian's calculated calm that felt off, like a storm brewing just out of sight. As they left, Emma squeezed her hand. You're going to be amazing, Mom. Anna hugged her daughter tightly, but a nagging feeling lingered. Something wasn't right. Little did she know, the betrayal she'd soon uncover would test her strength like never before. The Chicago skyline glowed under a crisp autumn sun as Anna Clark sat at her kitchen table, reviewing documents for her first day at Sterling Partners. The week since her office tour had been a whirlwind of preparation, buying professional outfits, organizing Emma's after-school schedule, and mentally rehearsing her new role as lead financial analyst. At 38, Anna felt a surge of pride. She built this moment from nothing, balancing single motherhood with a grueling climb up the corporate ladder. Her 12-year-old daughter, Emma, bounced into the room, her ponytail swinging. Mom, can I see your office when you start? Is it, like, super fancy? Emma's eyes sparkled with excitement. Anna laughed, ruffling her daughter's hair. You'll see it soon, Em. It's got a great view of the city. Emma's enthusiasm was contagious, but beneath Anna's smile, a faint unease lingered. Her visit to her mother Lillian's house the previous week had left a bitter taste. Lillian's lukewarm congratulations and Sophia's snide remarks had stung, though Anna tried to brush them off. She'd spent years proving them wrong, her mother's doubts, her sister's mockery, and she wasn't about to let their negativity dim her triumph. As Anna packed her briefcase, her phone buzzed. The screen read, Sterling Partners. Assuming it was a final confirmation, she answered with a bright, Hello, this is Anna Clark. Miss Clark, this is Andrew Wilson from HR, came a hesitant voice. I'm calling to confirm. We received a message from your mother, Lillian Clark, stating that you're declining the position due to personal circumstances. Anna's heart stopped. The room seemed to tilt. What? I haven't declined anything. There's been a mistake. Wilson cleared his throat, papers rustling in the background. We received a formal email from Lillian Clark claiming you're unable to commit due to family obligations. She recommended your sister, Sophia Clark, as a replacement, and we've moved forward with her appointment. Sophia. Anna's voice trembled with disbelief. My sister? Sophia has no experience. I earned this job. I understand this is surprising, Wilson said, his tone apologetic. We were told Sophia shares your qualifications. If there's been a misunderstanding, you'll need to address it directly with Lillian. Anna's grip on the phone tightened. This isn't a misunderstanding. It's a lie. I'm coming to the office now to fix this. She hung up, her mind racing. Anger and confusion churned inside her. Lillian had always favored Sophia, but this? Sabotaging Anna's career, stealing her hard-earned opportunity, it was unthinkable. Yet the pieces began to fall into place. Lillian's cold congratulations, Sophia's smug comments. They planned this. Mom, what's wrong? Emma stood in the doorway, her sketchbook clutched to her chest, worry creasing her young face. Anna forced a smile, though her chest ached. Just a work mix-up, sweetheart. I need to sort it out. Can you stay at Caitlin's tonight? Emma nodded, but her eyes searched Anna's. Are you okay? I will be, Anna said, pulling her daughter into a hug. Don't worry. But as she drove to Lillian's house in Oak Park, Anna's hand shook on the steering wheel. The betrayal cut deeper than she'd imagined. 10 years of sacrifice, night classes, missed school events, endless hours proving her worth, all for this moment, and her own family had ripped it away. She pounded on Lillian's door, her breath visible in the chilly air. Sophia answered, her expression a mix of surprise and feigned innocence. Anna? What's the rush? Where's Mom? Anna demanded, her voice sharp. In the living room, Sophia said, stepping aside. Geez, relax. Anna stormed past her. Lillian sat on a plush sofa, a magazine in her lap, a cup of tea steaming on the table. She looked up, her silver hair immaculate, her smile as polished as ever. Anna, what's wrong? You seem upset. Upset? Anna's voice cracked. You told Sterling Partners I'm declining my job. You gave it to Sophia. Why would you do this? Lillian set her magazine down, her movements deliberate. I thought it was for the best, she said calmly. You're a single mother, Anna. A demanding job like that. How will you manage? Sophia's more flexible. Anna's blood boiled. Flexible? She's never worked a day in her life. I earned that position. I studied, I worked, I sacrificed. You had no right. Sophia sauntered in, crossing her arms. Chill, big sis. You're not cut out for the corporate world. Stick to being a mom. It's what you're good at. The words hit like a slap. Anna stared at her sister, then her mother, searching for a shred of remorse. There was none. Lillian's eyes were cold, Sophia's smirk venomous. You used my resume, didn't you? Anna said, her voice low, realization dawning. You passed off my qualifications as hers. Lillian sipped her tea, unruffled. Sophia needed a chance to shine. I have connections, Anna. I made it happen. Connections? Anna's laugh was bitter. You lied to a major firm. You stole my life's work. Lillian's gaze hardened. Don't be dramatic. You'll find something else. Sophia is better suited for this. Anna's hands clenched into fists. This isn't over. I'm going to Sterling Partners, and I'll tell them the truth. Lillian leaned forward, her voice icy. Go ahead. My friend in management already approved Sophia. You can't undo this. Anna's heart pounded as she left, slamming the door behind her. In her car, she gripped the steering wheel, tears burning her eyes. She thought of Emma's proud smile, her unwavering belief in her mother. I can't let them win, Anna vowed. She'd fight, for her daughter, for herself, for the future she'd built. But as she drove back to the city, Lillian's words echoed. You can't undo this. Doubt crept in. Could she really take on her mother's influence? The Chicago wind whipped through Anna Clark's hair as she stood outside her apartment, staring at the city's skyline. It was dawn, and the weight of betrayal pressed heavily on her chest. At 38, Anna had faced countless challenges as a single mother, but nothing compared to this. Her mother, Lillian Clark, and sister, Sophia, had stolen her dream job at Sterling Partners by passing off Anna's credentials as Sophia's. The lead financial analyst position she'd earned through a decade of sacrifice was now in her sister's unqualified hands. Anna's resolve hardened. She wouldn't let them win, not for her sake, and especially not for her 12-year-old daughter, Emma. Inside, Emma sat at the kitchen table, her sketchbook open. Mom, you're gonna fix this, right? She asked, her voice small but steady. Anna's heart ached at the worry in her daughter's eyes. I'm trying, Anna said, kneeling beside her. No matter what, we'll be okay. I promise. She hugged Emma tightly, drawing strength from her daughter's trust. But doubt gnawed her. Lillian's connections in Chicago's business world were vast, and her smug warning, you can't undo this, echoed in Anna's mind. Anna spent the morning calling Sterling Partners' HR department, but Andrew Wilson was evasive. The decision's been made, he said curtly. Sophia's already started. Desperate, Anna emailed senior management, pleading for a chance to explain, but her messages went unanswered. She felt like she was shouting into a void. Her friend Caitlin, a lawyer, urged her to stay calm. You need a strategy, Anna, Caitlin said over coffee. Look for another job. Your skills are gold. Don't let them break you. But Anna couldn't let go. This wasn't just a job. It was proof of her worth, a future for Emma. Losing it to her family's deceit felt like losing a piece of herself. She stared at her resume, the culmination of years of night classes and grueling work, now twisted to prop up Sophia. Anger surged, but so did determination. She'd find a way to expose the truth. Midday, her phone rang. The caller ID showed an unknown number. Hello, this is Anna Clark, she answered, her voice wary. Miss Clark, this is Thomas Reed, CFO of Sterling Partners, a deep voice said. We've uncovered a serious issue. Can you come to our office this afternoon? And please bring your mother and sister. Anna's pulse raced. Hope and dread collided. Yes, of course. What's this about? We'll discuss it in person, Reed said, his tone clipped. 3 o'clock, our boardroom. Don't be late. After hanging up, Anna's mind spun. Had someone discovered the fraud? Was this her chance to reclaim her job? She called Caitlin to arrange for Emma to stay after school, then drove to Lillian's house in Oak Park. The quiet suburb felt suffocating as she rang the doorbell. Lillian answered, her usual poise faltering. Her silver hair was slightly disheveled, her eyes darting nervously. Anna, Lillian said, her voice tight. Why are you here? You got a call from Thomas Reed, didn't you? Anna said, her tone steady. He wants us at Sterling Partners. What's going on? Lillian's face paled. Before she could answer, Sophia appeared at the top of the stairs, her confidence gone. Anna, she began, but Anna cut her off. Save it. We're going to the office. Now. As they drove downtown, tension filled the car. Lillian stared out the window, her hands clasped tightly. Sophia fidgeted in the back seat. Anna's phone buzzed, a text from Caitlin. Stay strong. You've got this. She clung to those words, her resolve stealing. At Sterling Partners headquarters, the glass tower loomed against the gray sky. In the elevator, Anna glanced at her mother and sister. Lillian's lips were a thin line, Sophia's eyes downcast. The silence was oppressive. When they entered the boardroom, Thomas Reed stood at the head of a long table, flanked by two executives. His expression was grim. Thank you for coming, Reed began, his voice cold. We're here to address a grave matter. He slid a folder across the table. Miss Clark, Anna, our records show you were offered the lead financial analyst position based on your stellar qualifications. Yes, that's correct, Anna said, her back straight. Reed turned to Lillian. Yet you contacted us, claiming Anna declined the role and recommending Sophia as her replacement, using Anna's resume and credentials. Is that accurate? Lillian's hands trembled as she reached for a glass of water. I thought Sophia deserved a chance, she mumbled. Reed's eyes narrowed. A chance? Sophia's performance this morning was catastrophic. She couldn't answer basic questions during a client presentation. Clients noticed, and we investigated. He opened the folder, revealing emails and documents. We found Sophia's resume is an exact copy of Anna's, with only the name changed. This isn't a misunderstanding, it's fraud. Anna's breath caught. The truth was unraveling, faster than she'd expected. She looked at Lillian, who seemed to shrink under Reed's gaze, and Sophia, who stared at the table, her face flushed. Why? Anna asked, her voice shaking with a mix of anger and pain. Why would you do this to me? Lillian's voice was barely audible. I thought you'd fail, Anna. A single mother, always pushing too hard. I wanted Sophia to have what you had. The admission hit Anna like a punch. Her mother's resentment, her sister's jealousy, it had festered for years, culminating in this betrayal. But as the room spun, Anna felt a spark of clarity. This was her moment to fight back, to reclaim her future. The boardroom at Sterling Partners' Chicago headquarters was a fortress of glass and steel, its floor-to-ceiling windows framing the city's restless skyline. Anna Clark sat ramrod straight, her heart pounding as she faced Thomas Reed, the CFO, and two stern-faced executives. Across the table, her mother, Lillian Clark, and sister, Sophia, sat in uneasy silence. At 38, Anna had endured a decade of struggles as a single mother, but nothing compared to this moment. Her family's betrayal had been exposed, and the truth about her stolen job at Sterling Partners was unraveling. The air crackled with tension as Anna braced for what would come next. Thomas Reed's voice cut through the silence, sharp and unyielding. Let's be clear, Miss Clark, Anna, you were selected as our lead financial analyst based on your exceptional qualifications. Your resume, your certifications, your track record, all impeccable. He slid a folder toward her, his eyes locking onto Lillian. Yet your mother claimed you declined the role and submitted Sophia as a replacement, using your credentials. This is not just unethical, it's potentially criminal. Anna's breath hitched. The weight of her mother's actions pressed against her chest, but she held Reed's gaze, her voice steady. Yes, I earned that position. I never declined it. Reed turned to Lillian, his expression hardening. You've known our firm for decades, Lillian. You leveraged that trust to deceive us. Why? Lillian's hands trembled as she clutched her water glass. Her usual poise was gone, replaced by a flicker of fear. I wanted to give Sophia a chance, she said, her voice barely above a whisper. She's talented, but she's had no opportunities. Anna's a single mother. How could she handle such a demanding role? The words stung, but Anna's anger surged past the pain. You don't get to decide what I can handle, she said, her voice low but fierce. I studied nights, worked double shifts, raised Emma alone. I earned this, and you stole it. Sophia, slouched in her chair, finally spoke, her voice quavering. I didn't mean for it to go this far. Mom said it would work, that no one would notice. Reed's eyes narrowed. He opened the folder, revealing a damning email from Sophia to Lillian. The screen behind him lit up, displaying the message, *, Mom, if we use Anna's resume, no one will check. I'll earn the job fast. Thanks for making this happen. Anna's stomach churned. The betrayal wasn't a spur-of-the-moment act. It was calculated, deliberate. This email was found on Sophia's computer, Reed said, his tone icy. It confirms you knowingly submitted falsified documents. Sophia, your performance yesterday proved you lack even basic financial knowledge. You embarrassed us in front of key clients. Sophia's face flushed, her eyes fixed on the table. Lillian's lips parted, but no words came. Anna's heart raced as years of resentment boiled over. You used my life's work, she said, her voice trembling with fury. 10 years of sacrifice, and you handed it to her like it was nothing. Why do you hate me so much? Lillian's gaze faltered. I don't hate you, Anna, she said softly. I thought you'd fail. You were so stubborn, having Emma so young, refusing to give up. I couldn't stand that you succeeded where I expected you to stumble. The admission was a knife to Anna's heart. Her mother's resentment, her sister's jealousy, it had festered for years, poisoning their family. But in that moment, Anna felt a shift. The truth was out, and she was no longer the victim. Reed leaned forward, his voice softening as he addressed Anna. You are not at fault. Your qualifications are genuine. Our hiring panel gave you the highest scores, based solely on your merit. He slid another document toward her, her original resume, untouched by Lillian's deceit. We want to honor our offer. Effective immediately, the position is yours. Moreover, we'd like you to lead a high-profile project to demonstrate our confidence in you. Anna's breath caught. Relief and gratitude flooded her, but she couldn't speak. She nodded, tears pricking her eyes. Reed handed her a new contract, detailing a higher salary, flexible hours, and access to childcare support. We value your resilience, he said. Discrimination against single parents is against our ethos. Your strength inspires us. Turning to Lillian and Sophia, Reed's tone grew stern. Your actions could warrant legal action. Document forgery is serious. Instead, we'll report this to our industry partners. Lillian, your reputation in Chicago's business circles is finished. Sophia, you're terminated, effective now. Lillian slumped, her face ashen. Sophia's shoulders shook with silent sobs. I'm sorry, she whispered, but Anna's heart was closed to her. Standing, Anna faced her mother and sister. You tried to break me, but you failed. I'm done letting you hurt me or Emma. Our relationship ends here. Her voice trembled, but her resolve was iron. Family isn't blood, it's love and respect. You've given me neither. Lillian gasped. Anna, please. My name is Anna Clark, she said calmly, and I'm done. She turned to Reed. Thank you, Mr. Reed. I'll start next week. As Anna left the boardroom, her steps echoed with purpose. In the elevator, she felt a weight lift, a burden she'd carried for years, shed at last. Outside, Chicago's skyline glittered under a setting sun. She thought of Emma, of the future they'd build together. The fight wasn't over. She'd face new challenges, but for the first time, Anna felt free. A year had passed since Anna Clark walked out of Sterling Partners' boardroom, her head high, her future reclaimed. Now, at 39, she stood in her corner office on the 40th floor of the firm's Chicago headquarters, gazing at Lake Michigan's shimmering expanse. As director of the Financial Analysis Division, Anna had transformed her team into the company's most celebrated unit. Her sharp intellect and relentless drive had secured major clients, earning her a reputation as a rising star in the city's financial world. But more than the promotions or accolades, Anna cherished the life she'd built for herself and her 13-year-old daughter, Emma. The past year had been a journey of healing and growth. Anna's new role came with challenges, long hours, high-stakes presentations, but also rewards, a generous salary, flexible hours, and a childcare program that let Emma thrive. Their new apartment in River North, with its sweeping views of Chicago's twinkling lights, was a far cry from their old, cramped place. It symbolized their fresh start, a testament to Anna's refusal to let betrayal define her. Emma, now taller and brimming with confidence, was Anna's anchor. Over dinner one evening, she chatted excitedly about her art club, her sketches pinned proudly on the fridge. Mom, my teacher says I could enter a citywide contest, she said, her eyes bright. That's amazing, Anna replied, her heart swelling. You're gonna blow them away. As they ate, Anna's thoughts drifted to the day everything changed, the confrontation at Sterling Partners, when her mother, Lillian, and sister, Sophia, were exposed for stealing her job. The memory still stung, but it no longer controlled her. She'd severed ties with them, choosing to protect herself and Emma from their toxicity. The decision had been painful but liberating, teaching Anna that family was built on love and respect, not obligation. One afternoon, as Anna prepared for a client meeting, her assistant handed her an envelope. The handwriting was unmistakable, Lillian's elegant script. Anna's stomach tightened. She hadn't heard from her mother in a year, not since the boardroom showdown. Taking a deep breath, she opened the letter. Dear Anna, I've spent this year reflecting on my mistakes. Losing your trust, losing you, has been my greatest regret. I was wrong to doubt you, to favor Sophia, to steal what you earned. Sophia's changed. She's studying accounting, working at a small firm, trying to rebuild. We don't expect forgiveness, but I hope one day we can talk, even if just for Emma's sake. I'm proud of you, Anna. Truly. With love. Mom. Anna set the letter down, her emotions a tangle of anger, sadness, and something softer, pity, perhaps. Lillian's words felt sincere, but trust, once shattered, was hard to rebuild. She thought of Emma, who occasionally asked about her grandmother. Anna had shielded her daughter from the full truth, saying only that sometimes families need space. But Emma was perceptive, and Anna knew the question would come again. That evening, as they sat on their balcony watching the city glow, Emma broached the subject. Mom, I saw the letter on your desk. Was it from Grandma? Her voice was cautious, her hazel eyes searching. Anna nodded, wrapping an arm around her daughter. It was. She apologized. Said she's proud of me. Emma chewed her lip. Are you going to forgive her? Or Aunt Sophia? Anna sighed, the weight of the question settling over her. Forgiveness takes time, Em. They hurt us, and I can't forget that. But maybe one day, we'll talk, set boundaries, keep it limited. For now, I'm focused on us. She smiled, squeezing Emma's shoulder. We're the Clark team, right? Emma grinned, leaning into her. The best team. You're, like, the strongest mom ever. Anna laughed, her heart light. Outside, Chicago's skyline sparkled, a reminder of the path she'd forged. Life had tested her, through betrayal, doubt, and heartbreak, but she'd emerged stronger, grounded in her worth and her love for Emma. The next day, Anna led a presentation that clinched a multi-million-dollar contract, her team's analysis earning praise from the CEO. As she returned to her office, her phone buzzed, a text from Caitlin. Heard you killed it today. Proud of you. Anna smiled, grateful for the true family she'd found in friends like Caitlin. Later, as she and Emma walked along the Chicago River, the city's lights reflecting on the water, Anna felt a quiet peace. The scars of her past would always be there, but they no longer defined her. She taught Emma, and herself, that strength wasn't just surviving. It was choosing to rise, to build, to love despite the pain. Mom, what's next for us? Emma asked, skipping a stone across the river. Anna looked at the stars above, her voice steady. Whatever we want, Em. The world's ours.